is the sinuses. The sinuses are doing sinusy things. Little stream bun. I'm sinusy. Hello. Hello, welcome. Who we got? We got Leo. Hi, Leo. Yes, it's Peggy time. Hello, punks. And hello, bow and arrows. The sinuses. Yeah. My hair is like doing the most today. And by the most, I mean the least. It is extra flat, which is real fun for me. Love the extra flat. Yeah, the sinuses are like, I don't know what they're doing. And I don't know if it's a continuation of the sickness. Not the one from that really good song, but the one that my mom gave us when she was here. Or if it's just like pollen. It might just be pollen. I don't know. I'm not in charge of knowing things. Wait, shit, that's the only thing I'm in charge of. Damn it. Well, I don't know that thing, so. And also, I didn't finish prepping my nails yet because it's Tuesday, and that means I've only been up for like 3 hours, which is like barely enough time to have coffee and give the cats a little bit of attention before I need to come up and strim. So I got oh gosh, I skipped a fingernail. That's the kind of day we're gonna have today. But I did sort of pseudo prep in the sense that I looked up some potential inspo for today. Yeah, mom brought some kind of an illness with her when she and my dad came to visit on like the Sunday. So they showed up on Friday night. They drove all day Friday to get to us, and then they got here on Friday night. I think it was on Sunday morning. She woke up and was like, I need to go to the pharmacy and get some drugs because I'm sick. And I was like, well, fuck. And then Brian got it. And then I had like a day where I was a little bit sinusy and I thought I might be getting it. And then it seemed to have kind of gone away, and now I'm sinusy again, and I don't know if it's just allergies or if it's that. So who knows? Leo, you literally just got up. That would make me feel better, except I think you're on the other coast. Hello, Melissa, welcome. And hello, Sassy. You're lurking in the lobby of your massage appointment. Hello, Violet. What's wrong with your suggestions? They suck. No, I'm kidding. People have made some great suggestions. But one of the suggestions that was in there that I put in there myself was recreating art from other people. And there he is. And so I looked up some inspo for that in case we want to do that. But I don't know. I'm gonna let people. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Well, Leo, you know what? You're allowed to just stay home, especially if you don't feel good. Okay. And I have a budgie, and I also have a butt dodgers. Here's my budgie. I'm not showing you my butt dodgers because of how she's snuggling my butt. But just suffice it to say that I have one. Hello, Sharon. Welcome. So let me show you the inspo that I found. Hang on, actually I need to go to this one and do this. And let's just, can I, no, I can't. How do I do that? Is it option? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whoop. Love it when I grab the wrong thing. Okay. So this is one of the inspo pics that I grabbed. Hey, Jules, let's get gay. You know what? For those of you who are not already, I think that's a great idea. And for those of us who are already, we'll just continue being gay. Maybe we'll do some crimes later. Your husband is playing hooky and you're home with a migraine. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, I'm glad that you are able to stay home. That's good. Okay, so this is one of them. This is by Delilah the Witch Cat, who does just some super cute stuff on Instagram. All of these ones that I grabbed are from Instagram. I've got several from Bill Safi, who you've probably seen this particular image before. It is just a delight. It's just a delight. And it always makes me happy. Every year I see this, it makes me so happy. And I've got a couple more that I grabbed from him. They're just so good. They make me really happy. So I was thinking maybe we could take some inspo from him. And then we also have this from Euphoria Threads Co., which is the company that did the t-shirt that I'm currently wearing, as well as another shirt that I have that you would have seen on stream before, that says bodily autonomy is a human right. But yeah, I thought we could maybe do something with this. This is less sort of in your face pride, but just is real cute. Now I don't have nail vinyls, but I think we can still do something similar to this. I do have washi tape, so I might be able to make something work with washi tape. Although I did use oh my god, perimenopause. Peely base. So it might actually be better to maybe I could try applying the washi tape to a stamper head and then do the gradient on the stamper head and then stamp it on. That might be an option. Anyway, so there's that. And then this cute thing. And I thought for this one and for this one, it could be fun to use different pride flag colors for each one. I thought that could be cute. This is just adorable from Burrito Nails. I love it. And I think actually she said that that for these she took some inspiration from Film Artiste on also on Instagram. You've had the Pride D month one on your want to do list forever. Yeah, it's just such a great image. It's so compelling. It's so fun. My only concern is, can I do it justice? Which is always a concern with any sort of really fun, complex design. Hey, Gidge, welcome. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, there's some awesome inspo here. So we can only do 4 in a poll. So I guess Everybody just shout say it one time, type in chat one time, your top design choice now. Lurkers, if you have the option, the nailing painting one, you do have to be careful with that zigzag for sure. But you know, you want to see the kitty, but I just did a kitty. Well, I was also thinking like it wouldn't even necessarily be the kitty, right? Like I'm with the kitty one, I'm more interested in what's going on up in the sky. Up in the sky. I find this whole thing very fun, and so I feel like that would be, for me, the more compelling portion of it. So this one, options are this one, so we can call this one, I don't know, the first one. We'll treat all of the Bill Safi as one option because I would probably just break apart pieces. So these, whoops, not that one, but all of these, the demon ones, we'll treat those as one option. And then the Euphoria Thread Co. design here, Pride is a Riot. And then there's this lightning bolt design, which we wouldn't necessarily have to do a lightning bolt. Like we could do anything else. The idea being just like a gradient and then a different gradient over top, probably using like flag colors for different flags. And then the other option would be this radial gradient, again, with flag colors. And then this one from Burrito Nails. It's not, they look like, they look like the SS lightning bolts. You just have to be careful. But yes, I mean, it's just, you anytime you're depicting lightning bolts in art, you just have to be a little bit careful and thoughtful about how you do it. That's all. Obviously, there are lots of ways to do lightning bolts. You just have to be thoughtful about it. That's all. If we were doing the kitty one, then the first image, then sure, we could add the kitty on the thumb. Wow, Linry, that you're very funny, but also no. I am seeing one, two, three, four, five. I'm seeing 5 votes for the first one, and I think 1 for the Bill Safi, 2 if I count Linry, which was an assumption because she very cleverly wrote one time instead of typing what I actually wanted her to type. She wrote what I literally said to write. Your husband says you're not funny. Yeah. When I, see, I've got my husband trained for this, but when I say you're very funny, or that was very funny, or that was hilarious, there's an unspoken, you can tell by my face and how I'm laughing so hard. Yeah. Most of the time I am being an asshole, Linry. People just don't realize it. It sounds like people want the kitty. So I think we have to do the kitty. Hello, Wendidymus. Welcome. And happy Pride Month to you as well. We're just choosing some inspo, and I think the one that we're going to do is this one by popular demand. So the next thing that we need to figure out with this is what rainbow do we want to use? And I'm kind of feeling like this calls for neons. So I'm thinking we might want to use the Prism Parade neon collection for this. It just feels like neons for this. So I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision that neons are the way to go. All right. I am going to keep this up, but I'm going to make it small and off to the side. Yeah, it feels like the right move with this. I think it's correct. Okay. So these polishes I did receive. I was paid to swatch these ones. But, you know, we're not swatching now. So I'm going to, I have to actually put this over on that side so that I have a spot to put this thing that says product received for paid swatching. But this is obviously not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. Oh, Jammy jumped down and then jumped back up again. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So we're going to use these from Prism Parade. Oh, by the way, did y'all see the topper that Prism Parade came out with for Pride Month? They're doing a do I have it with me? I feel like I kept it out, but maybe I didn't. They have a topper called Heart Like Marsha, and they're doing 100% of the profits from sales of it going to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute, which is awesome. So let me see if I can find that. I don't think that we're going to want to use it for this, but I do want to show it to you since we're working with some Prism Parades. Where are my Prism Parades? There. Also, let me just very briefly give you a Jammy Dodgers peek. Hang on. There's the Jammy Dodgers. There she is in my chair, being such a good girl. Yeah. Okay. Can I sit down now? Do you mind? Do we need to have a little? No, not right now, sweetie. She's like, but I want a snuggle session, Mom. Can't we snuggle? No. Where are my thingies? Where are all of my fucking mats? Ah, buried. Okay. I did post my swatches of these, but it is a topper. So there's one coat over white, one coat over black. Don't worry, I know you can't see it. There it is. So you get, do I need to, I do. There we go. So obviously, so you're getting a lot of like green and blue over white, and then over the black, it's mostly like purples and pinks. But yeah, it's a nice topper. So that's Heart Like Marsha from Prism Parade, and available now. And 100% of the profits from that are going to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute. Yeah, it's really nice over black. If you look at my my swatch on Instagram, I did wear it on my thumb and I think my middle nail over black. And then I did one nail over pink, and I did one nail over nude, and then I did one nail that was 2 coats over nude. Okay, let's see here. Need to get my... Jeez Louise. Sorry. Something happened. Something happened. What happened? Is it option again? Yeah. Sorry, I went to resize my my view of it, which of course changes what y'all see, but I did not expect it to do quite that. All right, so I think we're just gonna start blobbing stuff in. I think the way to do this is just gonna be to do the sort of larger swooshes of color, and then add some little details over top. Just gonna open everybody up. I probably should have shaken everybody first, but I didn't, so you know, that's probably fine. I should actually shake them, shouldn't I? I see a tiny little bit of separation at the top. Now I gotta put all the lids back on. Jeez Louise. Somebody remind me that a certain amount of planning can actually be useful occasionally. Yeah, I think it will be fun, and I feel like this is going to end up being one of those ones that I want to do matte. I feel like it's going to work best matte. I like how the one like big yellow star kind of looks like a lemon. It's like a cross section of a lemon. Gidge, y'all, and your extremely useful classic comedy. How dare you use the same kinds of jokes on me that I use on my husband every day? How dare? All right, let's just go in. Oh yeah, this is going to be amazing in UV. Absolutely. I think this is going to be very cool in UV. Okay, so the thumb, we are going to do the kitty, I think, or at least probably just its face. So I think I am going to just like leave an area sort of in this region for the kitty's face. But we do need still to have like the background section. So just gonna do some swooshes. And then here we'll just, and I'm not gonna try to like perfectly recreate the background here. I'm gonna do, this is gonna be a vibes based thing because I don't believe that I can and it would annoy me too much. So I don't want that. I don't want to be annoyed by this design. I want to have fun with it. So we're going to be a little loose. We're going to be playing with the style and the texture and the colors without being too picky about exactly recreating what we see. Oh yeah, don't forget to switch it to all messages and not just top messages or whatever the language is on your thingy. I always forget that. Okay. Brian, I need to send you a photograph of when I came in to see you. You had your socks half off and your feet were sticking out. And it's very funny. And also, when I first woke up and you were still asleep and you were sitting up, you had your arms up over your head with the duvet over top of them so that you were covering your whole face. You were just like wrapped up like a mummy. You had a cat tent. Yeah, you basically built yourself a cat tent, but your arms were just like up. It was a choice. Sometimes Brian sleeps like he'll just be fast as so context he sleeps sitting up, okay, because he has to for medical reasons, so he sleeps sitting up. He's like not 100% upright, but he's at like an angle like this, right? And so I'll wake up and I'll see him and he'll just be like this, and his hand isn't like resting on anything. It'll just be like this, like he'll just be like this, and it's like, what are you shielding yourself from? Are you having horrendous battles in your sleep? Is something terrible happening to you while you're sleeping? I don't know what the deal is, but it's extremely funny. Okay, some blue. Let's get some blue in here. And I'm going to do a certain amount of mixing as well, I think, in between these. Because I think that's going to be good if I do a little mixy. He's in a Renaissance painting, yeah. Yeah, you might be right about that. All right. Yeah, he's a very dramatic sleeper. I've never met anyone who sleeps the way he does. It's very, very funny to me. He's also just like fully dressed, like fucking maniac. All right. I think this part, we'll do a little bit of blue there. We'll do a little bit of blue over here, but not very much. Okay. And then I'm going to blend these two together with a little bit of thinner. So we can get an in-betweeny color. Oh yeah, it's a good in-betweeny. That's a nice purple. Okay. Yes, you heard me say the words nice purple. I didn't mean I love purple. I meant that is the correct color for what I want. Everybody relax. Okay. I know how y'all think. Brittany is constantly, every time I like one of her purples and I say something nice about one of her purples, she's like, I'm gonna make you love purple, and I'm like, you're actually not. No. But this one I can compliment. All right, you need a little bit more thinner. You don't know how to relax. Well, that's all right. You're not one of the people that harasses me about liking purple anyway, so it's fine. You don't need to relax. You can be as anxious as you want, Linry. I'll allow it. Okay. I think we need a little bit of this purple down here. A little bit up here. Okay. I need to pour myself some acetone. I didn't do that. I have my little one that has glycerin in it for cleaning up my cuticles, but I didn't have one that's just for cleaning my brush, so we need that. All right. Let's do. I was doing them in rainbow order, but I think I actually really want to go over to the pink right now. So, because I feel like that's the color I need to do next. Oh my God, my sinuses are just driving me crazy. Okay. Hello, Ashley. You just got home from dropping off your ballot. Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations. And also thank you for your service. I can't vote, so at least not in this country. I like it when other people do it. I'm not sure when our local elections are here. You never thought to use thinner? Oh my goodness. It's a game changer, Nude. It's an absolute game changer. It makes such a big difference. This is gonna like improve your quality of life. And also help you go through a little bit less nail polish. I mean, still go through plenty because, you know, that's what we do here. But yeah, it helps make things just a little bit less crazy. I feel like we want like a, let's do like a pink sort of in the middle here. Which I think also means I want a pink around here. And I'm going to need some on my thumb too. Yeah, thinner is way cheaper than the bottle of polish too. Definitely. Definitely. I've never found any of the tips give me like a nice controlled amount of thinner, which is why I use this to like tip out the amount that I want. I'll just put like a tiny little bit on here and then tip it onto the polish on my palette. I find that helps me to control the amount that I'm using. But yeah, it makes a big difference for sure. You use the cheap Beauty Secrets one for nail art. I just use the KB Shimmer one for everything. It's true, if you're not adding it to a bottle, it doesn't matter as much what's in it, so. What? Cinna is out crying at the gate. Meow. 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 Okay, so now I want to do a mix of the purple and the pink to get something in between those two. Yeah, I mean, if you're adding anything, any thinner that you're adding to the bottle, obviously you want to make sure that it only contains ingredients that are in the polish. So you want to be a little bit pickier about it. But if you're just adding it to the polish on the palette, there's no concern about contaminating your polish, ruining your polish, degrading anything, because it's just going to dry like right away and it's going to be completely fine. So it doesn't really matter too much what's in it. You can even technically thin with acetone on your palette if you really wanted to. However, from experience, a lot of polishes will break down very quickly when you do that and their texture will change. So I don't necessarily recommend that, but you can, in a pinch, do that if you want. I'm not going to stop you. Again, only on the palette. Never add acetone to your polish. Just in case there's anyone here who doesn't know about that. That used to be a thing that we did. We added acetone to polish, and it turns out that's bad. It's not good for the polish when you do that. Bad things happen to it. I need a little more thinner here. Yeah, it kills the base really quickly too. For sure, especially if you're adding enough to make it like actually thin. Linry butt. Linry owns the butt. Nobody else is allowed to use the butt. My butt is distinct. It's a different butt. If there's anybody in here who doesn't watch Linry's videos, then you have literally no idea what I'm talking about right now. But that's okay. You don't really need to understand it. It's fine. Butt is good in Gidge speech. When is butt not good? I'm unfamiliar with the concept of butt that's not good. We love butts around here. Okay. Let's get there. Your butt is a Hank Hill butt. It just goes in. Are you part of the Longback Society, Linry? I don't have that feature. The Longback. I'm cool? No, I'm definitely not. Extremely not. Guaranteed not. I've been on this planet for 50 years, and I have never not been for a single second cool. And that's okay. There's really no reason for me to be cleaning up at this early stage, but I'm doing it anyway because it's annoying me. Okay. Next, let us get some oranje in here. Well, this is actually more of a red, I guess. You have a very long back. Does it go all the way down? That's a phrase that's always cracked me up. The whole legs that go all the way down. Like, what does that mean? Okay. Get some orange in here, or red rather. I keep calling this orange because in my head it is orange, but it's also kind of red. I'm gonna put a little bit of it here, a little woogly bit. Okay. And I'm gonna do some here. Do yell at me if my camera is doing something stupid or if my hand is way off camera. Although chances are that when I look up to look at chat, that's when I will also notice that you can't see shit. So it probably is useless, but you know, maybe it'll make you feel better if you're yelling at me about it. And that's worth something. Probably. Shaming bow-legged people? What are you talking about? Nobody here is shaming anybody. Which one is bow-legged? Is that the one where your knees go out? Mine are the other way. Mine go in, which I think is called knock-kneed. I have always struggled with that. And it makes my toes do weird things too. When I was a kid, I used to get in trouble all the time for my feet pointing the wrong direction, which is hilarious to me in retrospect because it's like, what do you mean I'm getting in trouble for what my body is doing naturally? It's a little bit like being forced to write right-handed, except that like it's not as bad as that because you're not getting it from everybody, you're just getting it from your mom. But yeah, my mom used to like give me a hard time about walking with my toes pointing in. I don't know why that's a bad thing for your toes to point in, but apparently it is. You look like a fool when riding a bike because your legs point incorrectly. I think everybody looks like a fool riding their bike. You're on a bike, you look like a fool. And I say that as an avid cyclist of many years. Everybody looks silly on a bicycle. It's okay, embrace it. I don't know why we're all so worried about looking silly all the time. We're goofy looking hominids. We look silly when we walk. We look silly when we're sitting around. We're goofy looking. Okay, now the actual orange. Oh boy. Your joints are twisting when your toes point in. It'll affect your gait over time and cause damage. But like, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I question. Is correcting the natural gait that someone has actually causing less pain in the long term? Or is it just redirecting the pain to somewhere else? Because if my toes are aimed a certain way because of how the rest of my body is structured, because my knees are a little wonky and my hips are a little wonky, does forcing me to point my toes out more actually fix anything? Or does it just mean that now I've got a double twist instead of a single twist? This is my question. And I don't I don't know that like just being told to aim your toes differently is correcting anything. I don't know. I've had issues with my knees and my ankles and my hips and my feet all my life, despite having toed out when I was told to. So I kind of feel like maybe it didn't fix anything. And it might just have made things worse. I don't know. Just saying. What about toe walking? Those people have hella calves. Yeah. I have trouble with left and right directions too, bow and arrows, but I do not have that excuse. That it's just my brain doesn't like to know about left and right. My brain is like, left and right are just suggestions. Is this way and that way? I can do this way and that way. I can point. I'm fine with cardinal directions. But yeah, left and right, that's a struggle. I need to thin this again. Toe walking also shortens your calf. Yeah. Here's the real issue. What it all comes down to is bipedalism was a terrible idea. We never should have done that. It was a huge mistake coming out of the trees. We would all be a lot better off if we hadn't decided that for some reason we needed to come down out of those trees and walk on 2 feet. We're not built for it, you know? Like we hacked together this ability and we kind of like, you know, adapted a bit, but like, man, the core structure is not there for it. It was a mistake. It was a bad idea. I'd go back if I could, but unfortunately we went and adapted a little too much, and now both the trees and the ground suck. So your brother and you have both had to have walking lessons? So I have always had extremely high arches, and I always was like really good about wearing, good quality shoes and everything. But now that I'm 50, my arches are falling and it's brutal. So I've started doing exercises. I looked up a bunch of exercises for fallen arches, and I've been doing them, and it does help for sure. It absolutely helps to do the exercises. Helps reduce my pain. But like, oh my goodness, absolutely brutal. I spent my whole life doing the things correctly. The damn things fell anyway. Like, this is not fair. Not fair, I tell you. All right, we're going to do some yellow up here. I am also going to add a mix of the yellow and orange for sure. Put a little bit of this in here. You've worn orthotics since you were 24, or since you were 14? Eesh. That's, yeah. See, I basically, like, started wearing comfortable, supportive shoes when I was a teenager. Like Birkenstocks and like, military dress boots and things like that. Just stuff with, like, just a ton of support. Because already at that point, like, I could not function in shoes that weren't super supportive. And so I never went through that phase that a lot of people go through, especially like, that the like, oh, I have to wear the super high heels to get dressed up and go places, and like, or wearing heels to the office or whatever. I've never been that person. I have owned a few pairs of high heels. I have on very rare occasion worn them. But yeah, it's always been an absolute fucking misery for me. And so I just, and not just because my feet hurt, it would be like I'd get home and my whole body would hurt from wearing heels for, a couple of hours. Not worth it. Not worth it. And that's when I was young. So these days, absolutely not going to do that. Every once in a while, I hear people talking about comfortable heels, and I'm like, that's not such a foreign concept to me. I can't even conceive of it. What do you mean, comfortable heels? The only comfortable heels are when they're in well-supported, flat-soled shoes with good arch support. Human bodies are dumb. We should evolve out of them. Yeah. Orthopedic flip-flops. I have never seen or heard of orthopedic flip-flops. That sounds amazing. Now I do wear, so these days I wear Keens most of the time, which are fantastic. I really love Keens for like my outdoor shoes. And I will wear those almost year round. The only time I wear anything outside that is not my Keens at this point is if it's raining and cold. If it's raining and hot, it's fine. Summertime, rain, I don't care if my feet get wet, that's fine. I'll wear the Keens, let my feet get wet. If it's raining and cold, or if it's snowing, or if there's deep snow, then yeah, okay, I will change into something else. But even like cold winter weather, if it's dry, I'm in the Keens with socks. I am enjoying this so far. This is good. There are heeled dance shoes which are very comfy. I don't believe you. That sounds like a lie, Leo. I believe that there are people who find things like that comfy. I believe because we are different, bodies are different. I believe there are people out there who can wear these things and feel comfortable in them. But like most running shoes hurt my feet. Most shoes, period, hurt my feet. And that's been true for decades. So getting an in-betweeny color here. Something that's partway between orange and yellow. All right. I don't think I want to use too much of this. It feels like it's a little too similar to the others. It's like I'll just add a few touches here and there. All right. You might end up actually adding some green in that spot. We'll see. I am enjoying this so far. This is cute. You wear your shoes till they're dead and falling apart? Yeah, I couldn't do that. I wish that I could. But it's too much of a problem for me. Can't do that. Yeah, I've always worn shoes with a very wide toe box. Because of my other foot issues. And I also just have a wide, like the ball of my foot is quite wide. So that's kind of just always been a thing for me. But yeah, there aren't very many shoe brands that make a shoe that is wide enough in the toe box for me without also being way too wide in the heel. Because besides having a wide toe box, I also have, or besides having a wide like ball of my foot, I also have a very narrow heel. So everything will like slip out of, like my heel will slip out of shoes while at the same time the toe box is like totally crushing my feet, which is a really amazing combination that I enjoy very much. This is very cute, and I am enjoying it very much so far. What is normal toe spread? Well, I mean, it depends on the person, but the amount of spread between your toes when they are not used to being crushed by shoes all the time. Women in particular, because of the way our shoes are, a lot of women who have wider feet or wider toe, like wider ball of their foot, end up spending their whole lives with their toes squished just a little bit at the sides. And so they end up actually having foot problems, and like like structurally your bones and your joints can get fucked up from having your toes just like squished together a little bit all the time for years and years and years. So if you go shoeless most of the time for, a really long period of time, then your toes and your bones will actually start to spread a little bit out to a more sort of natural or normal width and shape for you, which of course varies based on your body. And for some people, that turns out to make a really big difference. And of course, men's shoes on average tend to be a little bit wider in the front because men do naturally tend to have a slightly wider foot. So, yeah, I have spent a lot of my life wearing men's shoes as a result, but a lot of the time they are a problem as well because they have the heel is too wide. They're like too wide throughout. And so they're not always an optimal solution for me. Bunions and corns are an issue, but there are other issues as well. You can end up with like nerve issues and things from compression. Your dad tears his shoes the fuck up and gets new ones every 2 months. Yeah, my brother used to go through shoes at an alarming rate, and I know in his case, a lot of that was because he was constantly dragging his feet. But it's also just like, I don't know. Like, I think if you're bigger and heavier, obviously, you're going to be putting a little more wear and tear on the soles. If you're rubbing your feet against things, the sides of your shoes against things, then you're going to be, damaging those portions. I have a thing where my ankles frequently hit each other when I walk, or brush very close to each other. And so any kind of taller boot will wear very quickly between my ankles. So yeah, it kind of just depends on what you're doing with your body. But I've seen some shoes get real busted real fast with my brother. For a while, your pinky toe literally just sat underneath your other toes. Yeah, that's really common. Especially if you have been wearing shoes that are just a little bit too tight for you for your entire life. Your brother is a men's 14. He also has a lot of trouble finding shoes. Yeah. Yeah, my brother also had very large feet. He was 6'4", I think, 6'4.5", something like that. He was tall. He was a tall man, and so he had enormous hands, enormous feet. He was a big, skinny, but very long. Do you hear this fucking cat? She just, like, she's stopped now, but she got into, like, a really big snore. Just a huge snore. Yeah, it's like when your thighs touch, you rub a hole in your pants over time. Absolutely. Hey, Stacy, welcome, and thank you. Your roommate has extra wide feet and only has, like, 2 brands he can buy? Yeah. I'm like, okay, you could hear the cat. Good. Yeah, I basically have like a handful of brands that I will automatically default to because I have so much trouble finding anything that fits me outside of those brands that it's just not worth trying. It's like it's too miserable. Okay, I did not do a green and blue mix. I do want to add a little bit of a green and blue mix in here in a couple of spots. So let's do that. That was much more polished than I needed to put down, but that's okay. All right, let's put that here. And we'll put a little in here. Oh, I just attached a cat hair to my nails with that brush stroke, so that was fun. Love that. Oh my goodness, Jammy Dodger is such a snore. There she goes again. Cat fucking cracks me up. You returned to Pretty. I hope that your massage appointment was everything that you needed it to be. You're also more flexible and in a good mood. Excellent. Very happy to hear that. All right. Sassy, while you were gone getting massaged, we were talking about shoes and feet and bipedalism and how much it sucks. There's been a whole feet conversation, but no feet pics because we don't do that here. As much as the occasional person who drops in would like that. We also have some excellent jammy snores happening at the moment. Oh, and a tiny little Timony meow. You want press-ons like these? You can make press-ons like these. You have the skill and the raw materials. I believe in you. You can do the thing. Okay. I think maybe just a little bit over here. Yeah, so basically all of my shoes these days, I pretty much go for Keens or Skechers. That's like my two major go-to brands because they both offer a very wide toe box, at least in some of their lineup, with a reasonably narrow heel that at least keeps my foot in there. Now, with the Skechers, a lot of them do have a slightly wider heel on them, but not all of them. So you just have to be a little more careful about which ones you're grabbing. But yeah, I really like them a lot. So the Skechers are basically like my around the house shoes, and I've been wearing Skechers for my indoor shoes for probably a decade now. Yeah, there are people who also like hands. Absolutely, nudes nails. I don't. Thankfully, I don't get too many messages from creepy people like that. But I've had the occasional one for sure. It happens. I think it helps being a little older and not posting your face very much, and not sort of being like too sort of stereotypically girly. But yeah, it's always a really uncomfortable feeling when it does happen. And it really reinforces to me that that women are not safe anywhere. And men are just fucking terrible. It's going to be weird when you finally see everyone's hands at PBE. They're like little celebrities to you. Yeah, I mean, we definitely are. I mean, I feel like for those of us that like, if you've seen live streams and stuff, like with me, you that's basically what my hands look like. Like you know that in fact I have these great big meaty palms, right? And like that I'm like freckly and wrinkly and stuff. You know that. But you can't necessarily see it in my swatch photos, right? So yeah, it is a little different. Yeah, PBE we have so many hand pics and very few face pics. We do a lot of like hand selfies. It's like a thing if you go to PBE. There's a lot of, oh, let's take a picture of our nails together. And so you'll have like people will have an entire camera roll that's just like photos of people with their hands together. It's very, very funny. All right. I am going to take a quick break. I'm going to give you Jammy Dodgers while I take that break. I need to tinkle. I did tinkle before I started stream. However, I also had 2 cups of coffee today. So I'm going to rearrange that so that it aims at Jammy Dodgers. I apologize for the movement in the interim. All right. I'll be back. Hi, Butch. What up? Do you need some kibble? Here you go. Jammy, are you sad because you didn't get kibble? You a good girl? Such a good Jammy Dodgers. Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the other camera to move this back. even though there is not a cat there at the moment. Ugh. All right, I have to sit down so carefully so that Jamie has time to pull her little paws back in. Ooh, all right. You think these are going to need a hollow top coat? Oh, we're nowhere near done. We are nowhere near done. And actually, I was thinking about doing matte. She does get annoyed when I move. It's true. The biggest problem with having to wash your hands mid-mani is that you can't oil up normally. So I'm going to actually do a little mini oiling where I at least get the rest of my skin, even though I can't really get like around the nails per se, because otherwise my skin dries out so freaking fast. It's wildly problematic. So just try and like avoid the actual nails themselves. And get a little underneath the nails. So my mom, when she was here, she was like, "Your skin looks so nice. What are you using?" And I was like, literally cuticle oil on my face and body. I make my own in large quantities, and now that's just what I use. And so I had to send her home with a bottle of it. And unfortunately, the only bottle I had that was oil ready was the one that was already holding my oil for the studio. And so I transferred myself a little bit into an old Holo Taco Peely-based bottle that I had kicking around. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just give myself a little tiny bottle and give her the rest. The camera being a little more blurry on the cat makes it seem like she's radioactive. I think that I just need to clean the lens on that. I think it's a little blurry. The cat face is going to go on this nail. That's the plan. Okay. So next step is going to be some of these like moon and star shapes, which it looks like they're done in pastel colors here. And I feel like what I want to do is mix a white with glow in the dark. And then just like a little tiny dab of whatever color I want them to be in each instance. So let me grab my glow in the dark. I have a white out already. Wait, is this one? I have my glow in the dark out already too. That's my Holo Taco glow in the dark taco. Because I was doing a comparison for Dame on some glow in the darks. You use you waxed your legs for the first time and used your cuticle oil to get the sticky off. Worked very well and felt good. Yeah. So I do my cuticle oil that I make is it's just 3 ingredients. So it's just jojoba oil, vitamin E, and tea tree oil. That's it, because I just keep it simple. And it works well. So I just use it for everything now. It's my whole body oil. Oh my god, fucking cat hairs everywhere. Okay. So some of these have like sort of shapes behind them. I wonder if I want to I feel like I might want to do like this area here, do that big circle, which I think is mostly yellow, a little tiny dab of green, a little tiny dab of white, and then I don't need the glow in the dark until I get to the next part of it. So let's see how close this gets me to that color. Yeah, I think that's maybe more yellow. Okay. That feels pretty good. All right, so we're gonna do like a little circular area here. That's gonna kind of flow with this stuff a little bit. So that's gonna be for that one star. And then I think it's going to have a slightly more greenish ring around it. Okay. And then we'll do an all the way green in parts around that. There we go. Okay. That's, I think, close enough. Jammy just got down. Oh, probably because her sister walked away from her bowl. So Budgie, because we're trying to help her gain weight, gets extra kibble. But Jammy is very much a kibble hound. And so she will go and steal kibble from her sister. But she's smart enough to not try to do it like while Budgie is still eating. All right, and then here, this is going to be like the moon section. And it's going to be the same kind of idea. I really should have thinned this. But I didn't, and I'm not gonna. Because I like to make my life difficult. It's my favorite thing to do. Why am I like this, y'all? I have the technology. I have the knowledge. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? Truly, this would be so much easier if I just thinned it, but I'm not going to. When the oppositional defiance is opposing your own ass self. Australian Shepherd fur? Yeah, I bet. It seems like it would be brutal. However, I do have 4 cats, so like on sheer quantity, it's pretty good. Also, 2 of them are breeds that have very thick coats, which also makes things a lot of fun. Okay, next area, I think I'm going to do, this is not the one I want, this is what I want. I'm going to do a touch of blue with white and maybe just a tiny dab of green. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see where this gets us. That might actually be right where I want for this part. So I'm going to do like a star down here. So I'm just doing like the outer shapes right now. And then the glow in the dark part will come on the inside of these shapes. Okay, let's do another one over here as well, but let's add just a tiny bit of green to this, as well as the blue, and a little bit of thinner. The Aussies weigh 120 pounds. Yeah, that's a lot of dog density. It's a lot of fur in that dog mass, I'm sure. Okay. Big star. Big star. And okay, the hair came off on the brush instead of staying on the nail. I saw there was a little fuzz. I was concerned about it for a moment, but all right. And then I want a darker. It would be a lot easier to mix these if I was less ridiculous. Peggy, be less ridiculous. Here, just add some ding dang thinner, please and thank you. Okay, get some blue. Get some green. Is it treats time? Apparently it's treats time, y'all. I hear the treats bag. It's happening. Unfortunately, all of our cats have abandoned us here, so they're going to be getting treats in the bedroom instead of here. But the important thing is that they'll be getting treats, so. Okay. Treats time is basically the best time of the entire day. And it happens twice a day, which is really good. They get afternoon treats from Dad, and they get night treats from Mom. Mom gives them more, though. Trying to secure my position as the favorite human. It's not working. Okay. They're sad that you didn't bring treats in here.
Oh.
It's okay.
Stream wanted treats too?
I don't think that the people on stream wanted treats. I think the people on stream wanted to see the treats being given, but it's okay because the cats just didn't happen to be in here, and that's the way things go sometimes.
I can let Sin and Timothy up. They would both like to come up right now.
Yeah, let them up.
All right, go in the studio. This is your chance.
It's your one opportunity.
You can be entertainers. You can be influencers. Cat influencers.
Cat influencers. You know, there are cat influencers. But are they going to go on stream? That's the question.
Where's the camera pointing?
Currently in the window.
Get up in the window, children. Children, get up in the window. Come in. Come in.
It's okay. They don't have to if they don't want to. I can also rearrange the camera if needed.
Sina.
She's fine. I'll rearrange the camera when they settle in, if they settle somewhere that the camera can see or can be set up. Sin is getting her butt spanked. And her chin scratched. Very exciting. It is the best when they happen at the same time, that's true. Okay, white and glow in the dark. Lots of glow in the dark. We need tons of glow in the dark here. And just a little bit of white. Hopefully mixing them won't mess anything up. Won't mess up the glow too much. It should be fine. I think it'll be fine. You're a little migraine, Delulu? I'm sorry. No, Bowen, I was not asking. I was not asking you if it was treats time. That is very funny, though. Okay, so let's go here. This one gets a big lemon slicey star. And we do that, and we do that, and we do that, and we do that. And hopefully it shows up all right. And then let's get some little beams going this way, the diagonal. This one's got some diagonal beams. Okay. Don't know if that's really showing up on stream, but if it's not, then I guess screw you. Okay. Oh my goodness, I hear a tiny meow. All right. We are obviously going to have to do a little black light reveal on this, although I don't know how easy it's going to be to do that. It should actually work all right if I just turn my lights off. I think should be dark enough in here despite it being quite bright outside. There we go. We've got a cat on cam. Will you look at that? How exciting. Maybe she'll settle down there. That would be nice. All right, let's take a little cat admiration break here. What a good cinnamama. She's the outside is so bright. It's just totally washing her out. My goodness. Oh, hello? Timony, did you just do something? I heard something. Oh. Is he?
He's between the chair and the...
Ah, okay. I heard something and I was like, I don't know. Don't know what that was.
Substrate bag.
Okay.
It was a crinkly plastic sound.
It was more of a little thud. I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of blue to this. I just want a tiny tinge in here.
Whatever this is. Let's say heating tab.
Okay. It's barely discernible that there's any blue in there, but I think that's okay. There's like little noises happening that I know are associated with cats, but I can't see what the cats are doing. There's not really much trouble they can get in over there, so it's fine, but... Okay. Oh my goodness, there was just some sort of gallop. There was a galloping event. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, really high cinna by cinna, pretty much. Okay. Bow and arrows, your husband is bringing you food? That's good. I'm glad. Oh, there's like a big old hair in there, I can tell. Big old cat hair. Love that. Okay. So I think that's pretty good for those things. Now, there are also some smaller stars around. So I think I will go ahead and put a couple of those in. So we'll do a little one here. Definitely need more thinner. This is ridiculous. The inspo pick is, let me just scroll down here on this picture, Delilah the Witch Cat on Instagram. And also, hello, Heather. Welcome. Yeah, it's a super cute little inspo pic. Very excited about it. It's been in my saved inspo for a little while now. Just waiting for the right opportunity to do it. So Bum, 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 bum. Maybe one up here. Oop. That was not a very good one. I did a bad job. We're just gonna quickly yoink that up a little bit. There we go. Try again. It's a weird angle for this. I did not do better the second time. Oh well. It's fine. We'll just... assume there was some sort of interference in the atmosphere, making it look a little bit wonky. That's a thing that happens. I hear the sound of a young cat eating the old cat kibble, which he is not really supposed to be doing, but it won't hurt him, so. Okay, let us do, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to it now. And we'll do a couple more with a little bit of yellow in them. There we go. We'll do one down here. This is the wrong brush. Peggy, use the smaller brush, please. We still have to do the kitty. There's like so much more to do here. This is ridiculous. We're already 2 hours in almost. I'm gonna have to really step it up a little bit here. Move a little quicker. Okay. That's okay, we can do that. Oh, it looks like I mushed this a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a wee little fix on that because I think I must have smacked it. There we go. Good enough. Okay. And then I want to do another yellow one up here. Just a teensy little yellow star. Okay. And I think I will do one over here as well. Okay. One more. Don't make any horrible noises. Everything gets picked up on the microphone. My husband just went to the bathroom. Yes, I'm giving him a hard time. Also, I just completely fucked that up by by tapping it a little bit. So I'm going to brush it off and do it again. And hopefully not fuck it up this time. Absolutely not. Oh, yeah, don't do that.
There's all sorts of fun stuff going on in here.
Okay. Oh, Timony has been locked in the studio with me. All right, hang on a second. Gonna do a little cam adjustment. Apparently I wrapped the cam cord around the microphone cord, so that's fun. Okay. Let's see if we can... Oh, that's right. I forgot I taped that too. Come on. I just want to show you a cat. I just want to show you a cat, damn it. There's a cat. Hello, sir. What's he doing, little man? What a good boy. Oh, what a perfect lad. Didn't expect that to happen. Okay. Maybe he'll settle himself down there for a bit. Okay. What a good boy. What a good boy. All right, well, we're not getting anything done with him like that. That's for darn sure. He's too cute. He's too cute. All right. I'm just going to put the mass of the black cat face in here while y'all are admiring Timony. Oh. All right, he jumped down. Oh. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? What the hell, man? Timony? It's a good thing we just trimmed his claws. And also that cover is just an easily removable cover. What the hell, man? What a good boy. Yes, you're a very good kitty. Does he smell where a treat was? Maybe. It's possible. But it's also just like a place where the cats like to lie down a lot. Who knows? What a boy, what a boy, what a boy, what a mighty good boy. He's a mighty, mighty good boy. That is one of the many songs that he gets sung on a regular basis. Yes. He's so cute. Okay. All right, back to nails. Back to nails. I put on a little sort of blobby area where the kitty's face is going to go. It's a good song. You sing the same song to your dog? That is amazing. That makes me very happy to know I am not alone in having converted this song for pet use. All right. This kitty ear kind of goes along the ground like this. That might have been a little bit too long. That was a little bit too long. Although if I do this, that might help a bit. Sir, what are you doing? Do you just like how that feels? It's sort of like a velveteen kind of material. So it might just be fun. It's entirely possible that it's just fun. Okay. That looks a little better. All right, now his eyes definitely have to have some glow-in-the-dark action going, for sure. It looks like they're white with green and a touch of blue. So I feel like we can start with this. And then add a little blue in a portion of them. Hopefully we will get the placement right the first time and not have to erase and redo a bunch of times. But we shall see. Yeah, see also bad boy, what you gonna do when he's being a little shit. I also sing that one. Not only for that, though, I also have been known to change the lyrics for that one much more significantly. It kind of just changes based on needs at any given point in time. All right, that's not a bad start. I can see this is already starting to thin out and is going to cause me a problem. So for once, I'm going to do the correct thing and re-thin it again. Okay. Great big eyes. They are about yay far apart. They are so big. Gonna have to add a little black back into there, but that's okay. Okay, now we want a tiny little bit of blue for just part of it. We have a little kitty bath happening over there. get a little bit better angle there. Okay, so for this, because I really just want a little bit of a tinge of blue on here, I've just thinned out my blue polish a whole lot with thinner. And I'm just gonna tap it around this area. There we go. And the closer eye needs to be fixed a little bit because I lost too much of the black. And I'll just touch up and possibly fuck up this other part as well while I'm at it. Why the hell not, right? Okay. Don't fuck it up, Peggy. Do not fuck it up. Please. Please and thank you. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. There's our great big cat eyes. And then we need some little highlights, which are going to be just the white with glow in the dark. No other color in it. Hopefully I have been putting enough glow in the dark in this that it will show up despite the white being so very good at covering things. Okay. A little bloop down here. He's a very good boy. Oh God. Don't fuck it up, Peggy. Don't fuck it up. Okay. We got it. Okay, now there's a little tiny bit of detailing in here with some little bit of white, which, yeah, we'll use the same white. Why the hell not? It's okay for it to glow as well. Well, wait, will that be weird? It might be weird if that glows in the dark as well. Maybe we'll just do that part in plain white. That will be better, probably. Okay, so we need a tiny little bit of, come on. Oh my God, I swear. It's like impossible. Okay, there's his little mouth. And I did actually make the chin a little bit the wrong shape. So let's go, and now that I have seen the proportions that are happening here, we will get some more black this way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we can tidy that up a little. It's fine. Yeah, Liz, this is from Delilah the Witch Cat on Instagram. She does a lot of very cool stuff like this. Definitely encourage everyone to check out their work. Okay, now we need a little more white sort of along the chin here. It's like a little highlight. And then there's like, I don't know if I can really, yeah, the paw is kind of like, I need to reshape that slightly, I think. And while I'm at it, I will very slightly touch this up. Just soften that a little. Okay, so there's like a paw sort of in this area. This is the wrong brush for this. Kind of goes like, what? What did you say, Timony Cricket? There was a tiny snorfle. A cat did a sneeze. Okay. Back to the white. We'll just get fresh white. There's not enough there to really thin effectively. Okay, so we have like a paw that's kind of doing a thing here. We'll just put that in there and call it. And I don't know that I really want to try to put the star in there because I feel like it's not going to read. So I think I'm just going to add the whiskers. That one was too thick. Do I try to fix that one too thick whisker, or am I just going to fuck it up more if I try? I'm going to fuck it up more if I try. It's better if I don't. I do think we need just a tiny little highlight right there along that edge of the ear. I'm going to put a little tiny highlight right there, but then I will also back it off a little with the brush. Just soften it a little there. Oop. And we actually lost a bit because I forgot that I made that so thin. I'm going to have to go back in. That's all right. I don't want it to be like too prominent. I just want it to be a tiny hint. Tiny hint of a highlight. Oof, you hear that cough? That's leftovers from Mom trying to kill my husband. Kidding. She was very concerned about getting him sick because of he spent a couple of years there quite immune deficient. But he's in much better shape now. The old immune system is doing well. All right. I think we might be just about finished. I do think we need some of these little tiny dots in here. The alternate color dots. I think it will make a big difference. So we're not going to do a ton of them, but we will do a little bit. So let's see. Is this no, this is the one I want. I'm just going to use my very smallest dotting tool. And I'm just going to add a few little dots in areas where I feel like it could use them. The tiny dotting tool is like so difficult to use effectively, I find. Especially quickly. Just like, it's too easy because it's so small. It's so easy to like accidentally like mash it into the layer underneath and end up like actually damaging the base. So I just have to remind myself to be like super careful and delicate with it. I'm not always good at that. Okay. So there's some pink. Get some little red dots in a couple of spots. Is Cinna demanding snuggles?
I'm trying to do something on my non-work laptop on my lap. She's trying to get on my lap.
Oh, yeah. Cats are great, aren't they? She really needs some attention right now. She gets very aggro about her attention needs. When she wants me to pay attention to her and I'm sitting on the sofa doing something, she will get behind me and like chomp my head. I mean, hard. It's quite painful. And she's like, well, if you would just pay attention to me, that wouldn't happen. Like, well, you could ask like a normal fucking cat. Like, you can literally just walk up to me and place a paw gently upon me, and I will be delighted to give you some attention. But this thing where you try to tear a chunk out of my flesh, it doesn't work for me. I don't love it. She also demands with Brian to be allowed to like clean his head aggressively. which it sounds like is happening there in there at the moment. Do I want this anywhere over here? Maybe in here. You just spent an hour trying to find your new cat, only to discover she found her way to the top of the china cabinet. Yeah, cats are really good at that. They'll just find new places to hide where you would never expect them to even be able to fit. You're like, how did you do that? Jammy and Budgie still continually find new places in the bedroom. You can hear Brian in the other room. That's enough head licking. Please stop. It's never enough. There's no such thing as enough. All right, yellow. Poor man. He's suffering. Suffering from a cat that loves him too much. Okay, I have to say, the dots are really bringing it together, I think. I am very much enjoying what the dots are doing to this. This is such a fun design. I'm glad y'all decided on this one, although there were no bad options, to be fair. Everything I chose was going to be fun, so. I do still really want to do the Pride Demon one. But if I don't do it, then Linry is contractually obligated to do it. So either way, we should have a fun Pride D-Month Manny. Someone let her know, if she's not here still, let her know that I said that she's contractually obligated. All right, green dots. That was too much polish. A Pride Babadook? No, that's not for me to do. That's for somebody else to do. I'm not mad at the idea. I just haven't seen the movie and don't want to see the movie. I would love for someone to do a Pride Babadook Manny, though, so. Got too goopy there. Got a little stringy bit. Okay. A little bit here. Yeah, it's entirely possible that we may both end up doing it, Liz. I think, I certainly would not be sad about that. I would be very happy to do something silly like that. But yeah, I think the important thing is that somebody does a Pride Day month Manny. Pardon me. All right, now I have to be careful that I don't go too far here. We don't want to do too much and end up with an oversauced Manny. It can be hard knowing when to stop sometimes. I think I'm still in the okay zone. But I think I need to stop pretty soon. Do a little bit of blue here. I think I hear cussing happening from Brian's office. Can't tell if he's cussing at a cat or at work. It's impossible to tell. I suppose statistically it's more likely to be work. Okay. Yes, these are all blacklight reactive, except the white, which is why I used a mix of white with glow in the dark. So the collection I'm using here is one that I received for a paid swatching from Prism Parade. I guess that was a couple of months ago now. It's what do they call this collection? Something candy. Is it the candy shop? Is that what it was? My memory is non-existent. Still available. But yeah, really nice little little rainbow neon set. Big fan. Okay, I'm going to call it there. I think we're done. So we need now to do a little cleanup, and then actually I might yeah, I should do the cleanup first, and then maybe we should test these with the black light, and then I can top coat. Close everything. So important. I absolutely am likely to knock something over if I don't clean up right away or close up right away. Oop. I saw a cat hair. Or a fuzz. Some sort of a little fluff. Okay. The fun thing about working with neons is that it doesn't matter how carefully you do your cuticle cleanup. As soon as you turn the black light on, you will immediately see all the places you missed. Which I really enjoy. Also true of glow-in-the-dark polishes. All right, let's see here. We're going to turn off the big light. Roxanne. Oh, yeah. That's fun. That is very fun. I like that a lot. That's fucking cool. Now, I don't know if it's dark enough to be able to really see the glow here. So hopefully the glow in the dark will work in those couple of spots where I did it. I'm going to have to get into like a pitch black room to hopefully be able to see that. I think, yeah, it's too hard to tell, but that's fun. All right. I like it. Okay, let's do a seal glaze coat. So that I don't smudge everything. I do feel like there are a couple of spots that maybe get slightly blown out with the UV on, but I'm hoping that putting the I'm hoping that the glow in the dark will be strong enough, despite having added white to it, that it will be separable in that when it's like pitch black and there's no UV. Because then I'll be able to get separate photos of those effects. Hopefully. I suppose I could always add a little of just the glow-in-the-dark topper over top if I really needed to on those parts. All right, so seal glaze and then a quick dry top coat, and then we'll do matte top coat after that. Although I might do that off stream. Look at that good little boy. He's so cute. I love this little guy. Such a good Timony Cricket. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so sleepy. This is the time of day. He basically, like, for the whole afternoon will just zonk out. He zonks out so hard for so many hours. Completely limp, unconscious cat. But then he gets up ready to have zoomies again. He's a little wild kitty all over again. Okay, so... Oh, do we want to do a close-up? Do we want to do a super close-up with the macro lens? Let's do a super close-up with the macro lens. Do the switch while the little guy is on screen there. All right. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so there's our kitty lying upside down in the field, staring up at the beautiful sky. I'm gonna go ahead and hide that inspo so y'all can see this. This is really fun. Super, super fun. Big fan. All right. I'll give you the cat back. Switch this back over. And then we'll do top coat. And talk about Thursday's stream, which is an extra exciting one. Some of you will already have read this in the oh, big stretchies. He's so cute. Yeah, some of you will already have read this in Discord, but Thursday night stream is going to be a swatch and review and play around with the Plus Life lacquer. What do they call that collection? I didn't have the info for the name of it when I was initially playing with it. Just My Type. That's the name of it. Just My Type. So it's a glitter Crelly collection that is Pokemon inspired. Trying to remember how many polishes there are in it. I want to say like 11 or something, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. It's an 11-piece collection. And it is adorable. And it is launching on, I think, June 6th, if I recall correctly. It's a Pride collection. And they will have, I believe, $1 per bottle going to Rainbow Railroad, or $15 if you do the full set, I think, is the breakdown for that. And also previous Pride collections, they will also be donating for previous Pride collections that are still in stock as well. However, during stream, we're going to give away a full collection to somebody in the stream during the live stream on Thursday night. So you'll want to be here if that's something you want. Unfortunately, it is only available to people with a US mailing address. So if you use a forwarding service, that's fine if you're outside of the US. As long as you have a forwarding service that has a US address, you're eligible. But yeah, she is only able to ship to the US. So so that's going to be the deal with that. I'm sorry to my outside of the US friends, but unfortunately, shipping nonsense being what it is, that is a restriction. But yeah, it's going to be the full collection. Plus, I think she said 2 empty bottles that she's going to also send, so that you can like mix your own, whether that's from this Crelly collection or from something else. I do think they're going to be really cute mixed, and so I will probably mix up a bottle or 2 of my own, because I think it would be really cute to do maybe like, I feel like I could do a good like Pride like a pan pride mix with these. Maybe I'll do one that's like all the colors together. Yeah. But yeah, Dame, I know you and I think Katya also uses a forwarding service. So yeah, there are a few of the Europeans that will be able to get in on this giveaway. But yeah, so it's going to be one full collection that she will give away to somebody in my stream. And so you're going to have to be here for stream to get it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna set up the giveaway yet, but I know that it's gonna have to be somebody who's in stream. But yeah, I'll have information about that probably on Thursday on Discord and also on Instagram. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Okay, now are we doing this mat? I feel like we have to do this mat. Am I right? Like, I feel like it wants to be mat. I'm right, right? I feel like it wants to be mat. I don't know. It is also cute glossy. What do we think? Yeah, matte. I feel like matte is the way to go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. All right. It's happening. Yeah, it's true. Even if I don't like it matte, I can go back to glossy. I know that, like, when you do that over things like hollow and other special effects polishes, sometimes it doesn't 100% go back to quite the way it was. But that's not an issue for over cremes. It is a complete reversal as far as I've ever been able to tell. This is BCB's matte top coat that I'm using, which I really like. It goes very matte quite quickly. Not that I don't also love a satiny matte coat, but it just depends on the mani. Satiny ones can be nice too. But I like these ones that go like super flat. All right. I love this little guy. This little kitty is so much fun. Oh, it's already 99% of the way mattified there. It's pretty fast. It's a little faster than the other one I was using. Cool. All right, that's going to be it for today. Do go check out Delilah the Witch Cat's Instagram. It's right there on the image at the top there, Delilah the Witch Cat. They do some pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I think this was a fun little cute Pride collection. Again, the polishes that I used were this Prism Parade set that I was given / paid to swatch out. So that is what we used for those. And then my black and my white, as usual, were my Monarchs, my go-to Monarchs, which also is a brand that I work with. Although I did purchase, well, I definitely purchased the white. The black, this particular black might be one that I purchased, or it might be one that she sent me. I don't know. She did gift me one at one point in time. But I buy them all the time. And then I added glow in the dark taco from Holo Taco to parts of it. That's it. That's all. Yeah. And we're going to be continuing All Pride all the time for as much of the month as possible. There's going to be one swatch and review later in the month that is not a Pride collection. That's a collection that I'm being paid to swatch, and so I'm gonna do that later on in the month. But I'll let you know about that. But all of the nail art sessions are going to be Pride themed. So, although this one was a little bit less explicitly Pride themed, I still feel like it counts. All right. Thanks everybody for coming by. This has been fun. And we got a kitty, and we got multiple kitties for stream, and that's always exciting. We got to see all 4 kitties today, actually. I don't know if that's ever happened before, seeing all 4 kitties on stream. Okay,